Life inside the music box ain't easy.
Hi. So, we got another question, and I'm going to read it this time because Emma keeps reading them. So, okay, if this person that I know that I really don't like because they are really mean to one of my good friends is trying to be friends with me, but I really can't stand them, how do I let them down gently without hurting their feelings?
That's hard, Anonymous. That's really hard.
Okay, so, first of all, if they're being a jerk to your friend...
How much do you care about their feelings? Sorry. I'm a world-class feelings herder. I'm probably bad at answering this.
I know you don't want to hurt their feelings, which is good.
You're a good person.
But
unlike me.
If they're being a jerk, tell them they're being a jerk. And then, because, they have no right to be a jerk. It's not cool.
I will jump in and disagree with Anna there. Maybe calling them out on their jerkiness is not necessarily the best option right now. Depends on the circumstances. Because sometimes if you call people out on being jerkiness, then they're like, oh yeah? And then they beat your face up. And that's an issue. Don't get beaten up. Make sure you're out of danger. Also your friends. So call them out from 30 miles away. On the telephone. And then self-destruct. Don't actually.
What?
I mean, I don't have any friends with people who are mean to my friends either. So, honestly, my view is to either... There's the passive-aggressive way of doing it, which would be my method of choice. Which is just ignore them all the time. Avoid them, ignore them, don't look at them, don't talk to them, don't acknowledge their presence. That's really, really passive-aggressive and awful. But that's what I do.
We're really bad at giving advice.
No, we're not. We're great. So then the other option is to talk and have a conversation where you're like, hey, so you're mean to my friend, and I really don't like that, so I'd really appreciate if you could stop. But if you can't find it in your heart to stop, then we can't really be friends because that would make me sad. Don't actually say it like that, but you know?
Yeah, I think that is important, because, sometimes you don't want to be friends with a person because they just, really get under your skin, and then you don't have any good reason for not wanting to be friends with them, and then it's a lot harder to, to, figure out a way to deal with that. But you've got a perfectly good reason, so just...
Be true to it, girl.
Tell them.
Or boy.
Be honest. Fail. Be honest.
Or person.
And, yeah. If that, yeah.
Honesty is good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just got a question that is... I really like my best friend, but I think they're straight/don't like me back. What do I do?
So, first thing is, assumptions are bad. So don't, assume that they're straight.
Or that they don't like you.
They probably have assumed that you're straight, too, which is clearly not true. Unless, well...
You are.
I mean...
That's up to you.
Yeah.
But, yeah, don't assume things about them. You think things, but you don't need to assume them. You can ask. Conversations are cool.
We want to say, tell them, but that's not necessarily actually a good plan. Communication is great, but sometimes communication isn't great. I mean...
And think about what you want from them in telling them. If you are going to tell them, are you going to tell them that you're interested in them? Are you going to ask them how they identify? Are you going to ask if they're interested in you? Are you going to ask for a relationship? Are you going to ask for just friendship still? Or do you just want to come out to them? Or do you want them to come out to you? Or, because if you're not sure where you're coming from, it's really hard for them to know where you're coming from.
Before you, talk to them about it, first you'd have to think about, do you want to date this person? Because if you don't, then... Coming out to them is one thing. Do that. Coming out is good, especially to your best friend. But you don't necessarily have to tell them that you like them if you're sure that they're straight and you have no chance and you don't even want to be together
Or,
anymore.
yeah, if you're not looking for a relationship right now, then maybe telling them you're into them isn't really the best option.
Yeah.
So consider things like that. Think first about how you feel, and then ask them how they feel. Once you know how you feel and can articulate that. Which is hard. And it's okay for it to be hard.
The melody, the gears are always turning, and everyone inside the mechanism is yearning to get out.